सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रयविनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नमः। श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नमः। ॐ योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान्नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं। प्राणान्नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं। प्राणान्नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं। Is the heater on? ओम श्री परमात्मने नमः। श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराणं षष्ठ स्कंदः प्रथमोऽध्यायः। So what happened? Little bit, not too much, otherwise just to circulate the air. So now we enter into book 6 of the Bhagavad Mahapurana, and here this particular skanda, this particular section of Bhagavad Mahapurana, it is called Anugraha Skanda. And in this, there are 19 chapters, and of those 19 chapters, first 3 chapters are about Namadhyaya. The greatness of the name of the Lord is told. Then the next 14 chapters are about Rupadhyaya. The greatness of the form is told. And the last 2 chapters is Archanadhyaya. Archanadhyaya is how to propitiate. How to propitiate or worship that Lord. How to invoke Him. And in this way, these 19 chapters will be covered. Those are the main categories. Now, first 3 chapters are the Namadhyaya, greatness of the name. Next 14 chapters are the greatness of the form, Rupadhyaya, and the last 2 chapters are Archanadhyaya. And with regards to, with this intro, let's get into the topic. First discourse, the introductory part of the story of Ajamila. Actually, Ajamila, how this story of Ajamila, so we will see. Parikshit is saying, Rajovacha nivritti marga kathita adau bhagavata yatha kramayogopalabdhena brahmana yada samsrutihi pravritti lakshanashchaiva traigunya vishayo mune yosavalina prakrutehe gunasarga punah punaha adharma lakshananana narakaschanuvarnitaha manvantarascha vyakhyata adyasvayambhuvo yataha priyavratottananapado vanshastaritaniccha dvipavarshas samudradi nadyudyanavanaspatin घरा मंडल संख्यान्यम भागलक्षणमानतः ज्योतिषां विवराणां च यथेदमसृजद् विभुः अधुनेह महाभाग यथैव नरकान्नरः नान्येयात् तन्मे व्याख्यातुमर्हसि. निवृत्ति मार्ग कथित आदौ भगवता यथा. The Lord, the King Parikshit is saying that there are two paths in life, Nivritti Marg and Pravritti Marg. What do they mean? Pravritti Marg is the path of expansion, Pravritti. And Nivritti Marg is the path of contraction. So when you are practicing living out there in the world, wanting to be successful, wanting to being ambitious, etc., etc., that is Pravritti Marg. That fellow doesn't know what to do. Good, catch him. Then Nivritti Marg is when we practice detachment, when we withdraw the senses, when we withdraw the mind, when we withdraw the intellect, and slowly we go deeper and deeper into ourselves, forgetting the world, forgetting the body, forgetting the relations, forgetting the breath, mind and intellect. That is forgetting the thoughts and memories. That is Nivritti Marg. Anything that takes you within is Nivritti Marg. Everything that takes you away from yourself or the divine is Pravritti Marg. In simple words. So here he says, Nivritti Marga Kathita Adau Bhagavata Yatha Krama Yogopalabdhena Brahmana Yada Sansrutihi. The path of Nivritti, cessation from worldly activity, that is withdrawal from the worldly activity, not involvement in the worldly activity, has been explained by your revered self, following which the final beatitude in the form of non-return to this world is attained along with Brahma, when he, Brahma, has been reached by gradual stages such as the attainment of the means Karma Mukti. Karma Mukti is, there are the 7 lokas and you go through 7 lokas. 7 lokas, the 7 chakras. You go through each chakra and eventually reach the Brahmarandra, that is the Satyalok, and once you get there, it is, according to us, it is relative, what you call, mukti. It is not permanent mukti. तुम क्या गए? कब आए? ऊपर बैठो, नीचे क्यों बैठो? सोफे? नहीं, सोफे पे बैठे हो, उसमें क्या है? Brahma ji, Vishnu and Shiva are expressions of Narayana, isn't it? So also we are expressions of Narayana. So essentially we are all the same, essentially, but functionally we are different. We all have decided that we are conditioned. Brahma ji has decided that he is the creator. Vishnu has decided he is the maintainer, and Shiva has taken on the self-proclaimed role that I am the destroyer. And Narayana is watching. When you touch the wave, you are touching the ocean and you are touching the water. When you are touching yourself, or when you go on the seat of meditation and touch the real the consciousness that you are touching at the same time the total consciousness, the God principle, or that means the creator, maintainer and destroyer, or at the same time you are touching the Narayana himself, the Ishvara. But whatever your mindset is, how you have trained your mind, that alone you will touch. If you decide that I want to go to Indralok, then you will not touch, you will not be able to go to Brahmaji or Narayana. But if you decide I want to go to Narayana, then that will be your abode. You will reach there. decision you have to make. Brainwashing of yours you have to do. Because mind does not know the difference between real and imaginary. Whatever you train it with, that alone it will move towards. Or try to make an attempt to achieve that. So here our Parikshit says that you have already told us the path with the Krama Mukti Marg, according to which we can attain the abode of the Brahmaji, and this was described in the third canto, and the path which has for its goal the attainment of heavenly and other sense delights, the product of the three gunas, and which lead to repeated embodiment through the same gunas in the case of jivas on whom the Prakriti has not seized her hold. So Prakriti means what? Huh? Creation. Prakriti means creation. Speak. Prakriti means matter. Matter doesn't matter. What else? Prakriti means what? What else?
That which is changing all the time.
That which is changing all the time. What else?
Inert.
Huh?
Inert.
Inert. What else?
Life force.
Life force. Prakriti, life force. How can inertia be life force? How can inertness be life force? How can a stone which is inert without consciousness be the life force?
By default.
So what is Prakriti? Prakriti also, yes, all this is correct. We are trying to brainstorm here. Prakriti is also that which is other than the consciousness, and that which is other than the consciousness exists in its own absence. Remember. And if you talk a lot about and write books and read books about that which does not exist, does not mean that it is true. You can talk about sunrise and sunset, you can talk about the mirage, you can talk about the snake on the rope, you can talk about the rainbow in the sky, and you can do lot of research about it and get PhDs. But that which is not possible, that which has got no solidity with itself, how can it be the truth? So matter is that which is existing in its own absence. And as long as man is conditioned by matter, till then mukti is impossible. And in Bhagavad Gita, matter is defined as space, air, fire, water, earth. First set of 5, yes. Then next set of 5 sense perception, seeing, hearing, touching, feeling, tasting. Then next 5 organs of action, speech, hands, legs, anus and genitals. Next 5, prana, pan, vyan, udan, saman. How many? 20. Now 4 more. What are they? Mana, buddhi, chitta, ahankar. And there is one more, avyakta, the unmanifest, out of which all these came out. The Moola Prakriti, the Maya principle. All this is matter. Because we are talking, it is so interesting, The going to be hubby is he is matter. But get married, but make sure he knows he doesn't matter. Then he'll be after you all the time. That is why Lakshmi, Sita, they are always after Ram. Ram, Krishna, he is the conscious principle. Prakriti, that is the Devi principle. And who is Ishvara? Who is Ishvara? Ishvara is the one who is not on any account disturbed by the Prakriti. And that is not possible only for Ishvara. That is possible here also. So this was told in the book 4. And then in the book 5 we saw the story of the Manvantaras and the story of the Priyavrata and his and Uttanapada and the various the 7 dvipas that were created, the mountains that were created, the rivers that were created, and the disposition of the various terrestrial globe, and various divisions, how they came about. All that was told by you, O great sage Shukacharya ji. And then he says, Adhuneha Mahabhaga Yathaiva Narakannaraha Nano Prayatananeyat Tanme Vyakhyatum Arhasi. Please explain to us, be pleased to explain to us how a man in this world can manage to escape from hell. And eventually from all the tortures. Why is this question coming to a Parikshit? Because Parikshit sees that he has committed some mistake in spite of living a good life, a correct life, a pious life. He was all well educated in the Vedas. He had the grace of the Lord Krishna himself. He had defeated Kali 17 times. That was the job of the king, to keep the evil at bay, and he had done that for his citizens. And yet, out of inadvertence, out of being famished and thirsty, he commits the mistake of putting the snake around the neck of a meditating sage. Why? The sage does not heed to his call. In that moment of anger, in spite of having controlled his personality, controlled Prakriti, being in control all the time throughout his life, yet there was a moment where he slipped, isn't it? So he says, and he knows that might take him to hell, because just now the details of hell became, and doing something bad with a brahmana or a sage, it is unpardonable. You will have to pay your dues for it. So he is asking that how can I? So the Shukdev ji, so when he says how can I escape from hell? See, sadhana, when we are reading Bhagavatam, the various topics that are coming, it should not be generalized. Acha, what will happen to this world? No. All this information has to be taken only personally. With this information, don't judge your husband, don't judge your wife, don't judge your parents, don't judge your children, don't judge other seekers. Only use this information to analyze yourself. That's all. Not to analyze others. Because if you are analyzing others, you are going the wrong way. You are pravritti marg, you are going outwards. This is only to analyze yourself so that we can inculcate a greater appreciation to the nivritti marg. How much more necessary it is. It is to show you how much you are still involved in the world when you judge yourself or analyze yourself. How at subtle level, maybe outside everything Ram Ram Satya hai. But on the seat of meditation, for everyone, what a great person. Meditating, giving satsang. But on the seat of meditation, there is a volcano bubbling inside. Mahabharata war is going on. Nobody knows what is going on in other people's mind, isn't it? Everywhere there is Mahabharata is going on, as much as you may try. So analyze that, am I the mind with all this information? If I am thinking like this, thought is also an action. Action will give a result. If I am thinking this type of thoughts, which hell will I be going to? Why will I go to hell? Because we have a belief in the system of rebirth, isn't it? We believe in reincarnation, we believe in that as you sow, so you reap. We do that you will get the fruit of your karmas. So it is only for self-assessment, not for assessing the world. So Shri Shukdev Ji Maharaj says, chant the tune. Chedihaivapachetim yatham hansaha krutasya kuryan mana ukti panibhi dhruvam savai pretya narakanupaiti ye kirtita me bhavatasti gamyatana tasmat puraivash yateka mrityoravipadyatatmana doshasya drishtva gururaghavam yatha vishak chikitseta rujam nidanavit. Shri Shukdev Ji Maharaj is giving us a solution, a way out of how to escape from going to hell. It is not talking about that you have gone inside the hell and now you are finding a way of how to come out of it. No, how not to enter hell. Nahi to you will be imagining, now I am inside, now what to do? How do I get the keys to the cellar door? How can I bribe the policeman or the Yamaduta there, standing outside the door of the hell? No, not that part. How to avoid going to the hell? And for that he says, Na chedi haivap pachitim yatham hasaha. You have to atone for your mistakes. If a man does not atone for his, and how do we atone for our mistakes? I'll explain. Let's see what he says here. If a man does not atone during his very lifetime and in a proper way as laid down in the scripture, such as Manusmriti, for sins committed by him, and karma is done at which level?
Physical.
Kayena, Vachena and Manasena. Kayena Vacha Manasendriyairva Buddhyatmana Prakrute Svabhava Karomi Yadyat Sakalam Parasmai Narayanayeti Samarpayami Narayanayeti Samarpayami. So action in our life is done by hands, it is done by speech, it is also an organ of action, and by mind. Mind is also an organ of action, and the action at the level of mind is the thoughts. At the level of speech is the words. At the hands level it's the gross action. Okay? So we have to be very careful. Are our hands only serving or are they demanding or manipulating? Is our speech mrudala? Is it truthful? Is it loving? It is not harsh? Because once that arrow of sharp arrow has gone out, it cannot come back. It has created the what you call the injury. And no one word can create such a great injury. And after that you apply the marham, the medicine of 10 good words. It is not enough. And even more strong, even more lethal than the speech is the thought that you have. That thought not only disturbs the other person, but it corrupts your being from inside. A negative thought. You don't realize that whatever is your quality of thought, every moment the cells are mutating, isn't it? And they say every 7 years the entire cellular system, every cell in your body will be a new one. So in those 7 years, 7 to the 14 to the 21, 28, this way. So every 7 years. In those 7 years, what karma you have done will determine what is the quality of the cells that is getting mutated. Because every cell also, as long as it is living, it is within your body, it also has a memory. Memory is not just inside your, between the two ears. Your whole being is there. It expresses more out up here. Mind is not just there. Brain is just an organ through which mind expresses. So the quality of the cells will depend upon the previous 7 years of karma that you had done. Oh, so I will do good karma for 6.5 years, and last 6 months I will do good karma. First I will do bad. No. Cells are not waiting for 6.5 years and then they say, okay, yaar, 7 saal or 7 years is going to be, let us multiply quickly and change. No, it's happening. It's a continuous process. So you see in your life, so this gives us an assessment. In our life, have we been following the path of nivritti, or have we been following the path of pravritti? If you are following the path of pravritti, things will, unwanted things will happen in your body. If you are following the path of nivritti, you will be happy for no reason. With minimum things, you will be able to survive. So you assess this with yourself. That as, suppose you are now 28 years old, for example. So in 28 years, from the childhood till today, 4 cycles have gone over. So in those 4 cycles, can you say today you are a better person than when you were a kid? Swamiji, when I was a kid, I couldn't even think. But you were ignorant. Today you are not ignorant. So you are better. But what is your quality of thoughts? Is every passing day making you into a better person? That's where our attention should be. If it is making you a better person, then the memory that is going into the cells as they are multiplying, that will also be good. See? So here he says that the sins committed by him with his mind, speech and hands, he inevitably and actually goes after death to the infernal regions that have already been described by me to you, and which provide with means of severe torment. So every action must give you a fruit, and based on the good karma will take you to heavens, bad karma will take you to hell. Therefore, with a body not yet incapacitated for penance. So as long as, not that we will start atoning for our sins when we are, all the teeth have gone and ऐसे नहीं, can't even chant Ram completely in one breath. My whole body is shaking. What is that disease? I don't know. There is no strength in holding the rosary. Arthritis. Swamiji, बहुत difficult है माला पकड़ना. Swamiji, very difficult to chant Ram because teeth is not there. Swamiji, very difficult to sit and chant. Why? I got a backache. As you get old, only problems. Wait till 30. After 30, everything starts breaking down. So while you are young, you have still got the capacity to do tapasya, penance. One must atone for, one should take prompt measures even before death for the atonement of one's sins after weighing the gravity and lightness of the crime. And you will determine that what punishment you should give to yourself. What is that punishment? Like I tell you, I used to sit in meditation and sometimes sleep used to come. And the moment sleep used to come, few weeks went by where I used to go to sleep and then nicely wake up and say, oh, what deep meditation it was. But I realized after some time that I was fooling myself. And one day I got so frustrated with myself. In the middle of the night at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, I got up from there, straight from the seat of meditation, went under, middle of the winter, went under the cold shower and took shower. Now you sit, Bhagar, I will see how you don't sit. And if he, now the once or twice I did, the mind started behaving himself. He did not go to sleep. Why? He knows punishment is coming. One day when mummy was making food, and I was doing some pranayam, and the hunger increases while doing pranayam at one stage. And mummy made chapati, I ate 1, 2, 10, 15, and she had to make vata again. And she's saying, what happened to you today? What do you think I am? Only a roti making machine or what? And I ate, I kept, and every day it was happening like this. And that particular day when she had to make the dough again to make chapati, I kept eating. It came up till here. I could take out and show you. I punished myself that day. Because I am so addicted to food. This is nice, that is nice, and then you watch your thoughts. I wish I get something more. I'll keep something aside for myself. When these type of thoughts start coming, that day I punished myself. And I ate. And then I went to the bathroom, I put my 2 fingers, took out everything and ate that dirty again. My mind was thoroughly disgusted after that. After that day, it never demanded food. But you have to do that to yourself. Nobody else can. You have to find a way. If your way was just by thinking you can stop it, great. My mind did not agree. I had to do something so gross, such dirty, in order for it to be convinced. But after that day, problem was over. So here the teacher is saying, Shukdevji Maharaj is saying that you assess by going to satsangs, by sitting in meditation, by spending every day some time alone with yourself. Go for a walk. One great master used to say, every day you must go for a 20-minute walk, morning or evening. And in that 20 minutes, don't say, oh, I'll go with my soulmate, or I'll go with the DOG in front. Not that. Just you and yourself. Look at your feet and keep walking. Only at your feet. Don't look this side. Don't. If anyone says hello, good morning, good morning, good morning, wow, good morning, you keep looking at your feet. You'll keep looking at your feet and keep walking, keep walking. Within 1 month, you will have worked out where you are lacking, where your mind is. You will understand what your aspirations are, you will understand what your shortcomings are, you will understand where you are, what habits are keeping you stuck, what mindsets are not allowing you to be who you want to be. You will understand what you want to be also and be truthful about it. Everything becomes clear. Why? You are spending those 20 minutes all by yourself, with yourself and nobody else. You have to face your mind if there is nobody else. Why we want company? Because we don't like facing our own mind. Therefore we like company. Chal, shuru ho ja. So here he says, just as a physician who knows the cause of diseases would adopt prompt remedies before it is too late, duly considering the seriousness or mildness of the complaint. So in our Ayurvedic philosophy, the Ayurveda is not about when you are at the threshold of death and then you say, please fix me. Ayurvedic system used to be to prevent disease, not to take care of disease, to prevent a disease before it can come. And therefore in our lifestyle, in our childhood also, as long as I can remember while we were in India, every year 1 spoon of neem chutney used to be given to us. Little bit sugar, and it used to be so bitter. And I used to get the leaves. तुमने खाई कभी? हाँ. That's why you're Gora. But once a year is required. Like you take a vitamin D injection, it's a slow release throughout the year. It will take care of your vitamin D. Same way, this one spoon of neem chutney, the entire system, digestive system, the toxins within your intestines, in your liver, in your bowels, everything gets cleared. This is called prevention. No, I'm not, everything is fine, I don't have stomach ache, I don't have, no, you take. So similarly, if we know that by mistake, sometime in the future, sometime now, we have done, or in the past we have done some mistakes, what is the intensity of the mistakes? It is all relative, isn't it? Everything is relative. A mistake for you may be not having that much weight, but if I make that mistake, it may have too much weight in my mind. So accordingly I have to atone for it. Rajovacha drushtashrutaabhyam yat papam janannapyatmano hitam karoti bhuyo vivashah prayashchittamano katham kvachit nivartate bhadrat kvachit charati tat punah prayashchittamato partham manye kunjara shauchavata. Since a man knowing a sin to be hurtful to his self, on the testimony of what is actually seen and heard by him, repeats it, even after atoning for it, having lost control over his self, how could there be any atonement under the circumstances so long as the sinful propensity is there? We do. Bhagavan, I will never tell lies. I will never tell lies. And Bhagavan says, okay, you have really, from your heart you have made the prayer, please don't tell lies. And we go out. We go out, back to the house, and we see dad's shirt hanging from the door. In Australia you don't see shirt hanging like that. Shirt hanging. And you close the door, suddenly the khar change noise comes. And the moment the change comes, you check, what is there? Oh, so much change. 20 paisa. Why? One ice cream tomorrow. And daddy says, did you take the money? No, I didn't. Huh? A simple thing. Why? The world is so tempting. Anywhere you can slip. And we keep committing mistakes, we keep doing the wrong. Every week or every day we light the lamp and sorry Bhagavan, I will not do it again. And again every weekly to a bigger god in the bigger temple, we go there and we do Archana and Rudram and Vishnu Sahasranam, that I will not do that, we do Bhajan, I will not do that. And yet involuntarily the mistake happens again. The car fellow comes in front of you, you idiot! Khachar ki aulad. Means progeny of a donkey. Gali deke nikal gaye. You know he has not heard you. But words have come out of your mouth, isn't it? So, where are you coming from? Temple. You are coming from temple and the first thing at the corner of the road is you come out with this abuse. Huh? It happens. So, our king is saying that how I have atoned for the sins, the mistakes that I have made throughout my life. according to the scriptures, I do the yajna, yag, I do the meditation, I do the this, I do the fasts, I do the vratas, I do the festivals, everything I am doing. I do the dhanam. All these are ways and the various tapasyas to atone for your sins. Ghor tapasya. But still, after I do that, sometimes we sit in meditation, taking the supposed to be in meditation, thinking about the Lord, and after coming out of the meditation, immediately bark at our children or wife for some reason or the other. It happens. He says, as long as this propensity, this default process is in there, now it is to be absolved from sin, and now he does it again. He has gone to the temple, he has prayed to the Lord to finish off his sins, and the moment he finishes, again there you go, again you commit the same sin, or with a less power or more power. Such being the case, I account all atonement fruitless, like the bath of an elephant which throws dust on its body immediately after it has washed itself. If you have seen movies, the elephant, after going into the water, always comes out and takes the dry mud and puts it on himself. He says it is like that. I go to the temple to clean myself, I pray to the Lord to clean my mind, and the moment I come out of my remembrance of the Lord, immediately I am covering myself with the dirt, which is the sin. To this, our Shukdev Ji Maharaj answers, Karmana karma niharo na hyatyantika ishyate avidvadvikaritva prayaschittam vimarshanam Nashnada patyamevannam vyadhayo bhivantihi evam niyamakrudраjan shanai kshemaya kalpate tapasa brahmacharyena shamena cha damena cha tyagena satya shauchabhyam yamena niyamena cha dehavag buddhijam dhira Dharmajñā shraddhayanvitaha Kshipantyagam mahadapi Venugulmapi vanalaha Kechit kevalayad bhaktya Vasudeva parayanaha Agham dhunvanti karsnena Niharamiva bhaskaraha Natatha bhagavan rajan Puye tapa adibhi Yatha krishnarpita pranaha Tat purusha nichevaya Sagni chino hayam loke Pantha kshemo kuto bhayaha Sushila sadhavo yatra Narayana parayanaha Prayaschittani chirnani Narayana parangmukham Na nishpunanti rajendra Sura kumbhamivavakaha. So, karmana karma nirharo na hyatyantika ishyate avidvad adhikaritvat prayaschittam vimarshanam. The Shukdev Ji Maharaj is saying that indeed the atonement of wrong actions can be done by right actions. Yes, it can be. But when you atone one action by another action, how the tongue goes? The teeth bite the tongue. That is one action. Then the same teeth go and massage the tongue. That is another action. But that does not stop the tongue from biting the tongue again. Isn't it? It happens. Your finger goes into your eye by mistake. You never say, no, I'm going to put my finger in my eye. No, it happens. But the same finger goes and atones for its mistake and brings the eye back to normality. But because it has now atoned for its sin of going into the eye, does it mean that never in its life, in your life, that finger will again go into the eye? It can. So yes, a karma can be atoned by another karma. And that is the reason action takes care of another action is not accepted as radical, since there is every possibility of a man's falling back into sin even after the expiation has been undergone, so long as he is identified with the body. As long as this dehabhyas is there, dehadhyas, not bhyas. Bhyas also, dehabhyas means practicing that you are the body, and dehadhyas is identification with the body. You have practiced to that you are the body, even though it is not so. Huh? It is not default.
Already siddhas.
Huh?
Already we attained siddhi.
Siddhi. What is that siddhi? How to identify?
This body I am.
This body I am, this husband I am, this wife I am, this mother I am, this seeker I am. So all these are just mindsets, based on ignorance. Liberation is also based on ignorance only. So in ignorance you commit a sin or pravrutti marg. बहुत बड़ा पाप किया है. And in this ignorance, and you say, I am seeking the truth. Both are equally bad. Whether, see, this Prakriti expresses as Satvik, Rajasic and Tamasic, isn't it? Correct? That is its three modes, the way it functions. Whether you are Satvik or you are Tamasic, because all the three are expressions of ignorance itself. Whether you are tamasic or whether you are sattvic, how does it matter? You are still ignorant. But we make ourselves feel good that from tamas we became rajasic. Now from rajasic we are doing sadhana and become sattvic. And then what will happen after sattvic? That's what the Raja Parikshit is talking about. कि यही सब होता जा रहा है. This is what is happening. So when this is, so there is no, because we are trying to cancel one action by another action. Yes, he's correct. That's what he's saying, no? We are cancelling one action with another action. So how do we get out of this? So first step he is told is you, as long as you are identified with this body as I, till then action will be committed. And when action is committed, it will have a flavor of purity, dynamism and inertia. And when you are doing these three types of action, you will involuntarily commit mistakes, and those mistakes you will try to atone, and yet you will continue making mistakes. There is no end to this process. So here he says, then what is the solution? Tapasa, no, where it is? No. Adhikaritvat prayashchittam vimarshanam. So what is the atonement then? Atonement is the self-knowledge. Only the knowledge of the self. Only realization of the self is the final atonement. Atonement means what? See the spelling. A-T-O-N-E-M-E-N-T. Correct? Break it in a different way. A-T, break. O-N-E, break. M-E-N-T. At one meant. When you become one with that Supreme, automatically you have atoned. When you have recognized that this consciousness is the Supreme. When you have surrendered to the Supreme, then you have atoned completely. Then there is no then there is no making mistakes again, committing the mistake of the sin. So because all other practices, let it be tapas, let it be etc., all they can do is reduce the impact of the sin. But they do not, some practice may take out one thing, another practice may take out another thing. But what is the root problem out of which these shoots of sins are coming out? The root has not been taken care of. You have to cut the root. And to cut the root, and the root is, I just said what it was. The root is ignorance. And you have to cut that ignorance. And that ignorance can be cut only through not just knowledge, self-knowledge. Only by realization of the self that can be taken away. Maladies do not attack him who eats only wholesome food. In the same way, he who practices self-discipline gradually becomes qualified for blessedness, that is final beatitude. And what do you need to do that? For what is the discipline that you have to practice? Tapasa brahmacharyena shamena cha damena cha. Tapas. What is tapas? Austerity. What is austerity? The ability to forbear whatever the world throws at you. And what will the world throw at you? Two answers. Think.
Food and
Huh?
pleasant and
Okay, three answers then. What else? Make it more. What will the world throw at you?
Honor or dishonor?
Okay, that is at intellectual level. What will the world throw at you?
What way to?
Happiness enough, that is again at the mental level.
What is the reaction?
First,
Equal opposite reaction.
equal of what? What is the world reaction of?
जो हम कर रहे हैं.
Huh? Say you are on the right track. What is the world what is the world reacting to?
हमारे एक्शन का जो
So whatever actions you are doing, the world is reciprocating that. And can you know what world is going to throw next?
uncertain.
Unless and until you don't know yourself, you cannot come to know, isn't it? And majority are ignorant. So they don't know what's going to come next. Am I going to be speaking here and go into deep meditation and samadhi? Or am I going to die in the next half an hour? I don't know. See? So we don't know what the world is throwing. So we need tapasya. We need fortitude. We need perseverance. We need a resolve that whatever the world throws at me, I will face it without complaining. That's important, without complaining. Then it is tapasya. Second way of understanding that whatever the world is throwing, I have only ordered it for myself. So I can't complain. Isn't it? Because I did certain karmas in last life or previous lives or this life, and those karmas are the programming of my mind, and that whole world is nothing but an expression of my mind, and whatever the world is throwing is what I have asked it to throw to me. Isn't it? Again I cannot complain. Tapasya. Point is, this part, one word, tapasa, is telling you the first two steps, yama and niyama of Yoga Sutra. Live such a life that you do not disturb the world nor be disturbed by the world. The first step. That is tapas. Second step is niyama. Niyama is do not become a problem to yourself. And how not to become problem to yourself? brahmacharyena. What does brahmacharya mean? Control of. That is one answer. What else? Control of your vitalities, control of your energy. Do not allow them to leak hither and thither on unnecessary activities. Be very, very. That does not mean you become lazy. Why wash dishes? No, I am conserving my energy. No, you conserve the energies, but that the moment you conserve that energy, it must be directed towards the Supreme. So brahmacharyena means, or a brahmachari who is practicing brahmacharya means the person who is walking the path of Brahman, the reality. And when your attention is on the Brahman, automatically the control of your vitalities happens. But if your attention is not there, you think you have to do something, make sure you do not waste your energies. And energy can be wasted by looking at TV, movies. It can be wasted by, I don't watch TV, but I sit in the room and brood. That is also watching another TV. That is worse TV. So, be very careful what you hear, what you see, what you touch, what you feel, what you taste. And it is not to, you are like this, you are from there, you are from, ऐसे नहीं करना है. But within your mind you have to be careful without insulting anyone. Brahmacharyena. So, by whatever you can do, you have to control your vitalities. Then, shamena cha damena cha. Shamena means controlling of your mind. And damena, control of your senses. So, is brahmacharya control of senses? No, it is control of your vitalities, the energies. Continuously, this vitality within us, it is wanting to move upwards. But we douse that vitality within our body by overeating, by laziness, by unnecessary thinking, by lustful aspirations, and this way we spoil that energy within us and give it the wrong direction. So the third and the fourth are shamena damena cha. Control your mind. Control of mind means what? Do not allow the mind to leak out of the senses into the world unnecessarily. Build a dam. When that dam is built, automatically the energy that was leaking out as sight or hearing or tasting, etc., that is curtailed, and then that unreleased energy is available to you within. Isn't it? Just like a simple understanding you undertake, that when you go to sleep at night you are tired, when you get up in the morning you are refreshed. Why? Because for 8-9 hours you did not expend energy. Isn't it? Even at the mental level. Mind did not leak out. It went back to its source. All the energy was conserved. And that energy allows you to function for the next 10-12 hours, and then again you start getting exhausted. Shamena damena cha, tyagena satya shauchabhyam, yamena niyamena cha. Tyagena, detachment, live a life of non-possession. Drop everything. As give up, let go. There is nothing to be held on to this in this world. You cannot hold on to anything in this world. Try to hold on to something or someone. Impossible. Because everything, what is the name, what is the secret of this creation? It is continuously changing. And that which is continuously changing, you can't hold. No, I'm going to hold my wife. I'm going to hold my children. First you try to hold your body. You haven't been able to hold your body. Okay, try to hold your mind. Continuously, one thought after the other. Okay, forget that also. Very simple thing. Hold your breath. Can't. Impossible to hold anything. So when the rule is, the general rule is nothing can be held, then why are you trying to hold on? Why are you trying to hold on? You just live your life. Let the life be presented. Whatever life is presenting to you, you face it in the right manner. That's all. Tyagena. And the less you have, the more content you will be. The more you give up, the more content you will be. The more content you are, the more mind will expand. Satya Shauchabhyam, these are at the level of mind. You have to practice truthfulness. Shauchabhyam, you have to practice truthfulness. Not only by, you have to act truthfully, you have to speak truthfully, you have to think truthfully. Not only you have to be truthful to other people, you have to be truthful to yourself also. Shauchabhyam. Shaucha is cleanliness, hygiene. Again, this is we seen in nowadays kids lacking in ample measure, They just don't, they feel comfortable when everything is messy. I don't know if they got it from their father or mother. Genetic defect. Shauch is hygiene, mental hygiene, internal hygiene and external hygiene. Keep your room clean, keep your clothes clean, keep your towel clean, keep your shoes clean, keep your socks clean, wash your feet every day. Otherwise some people walk in, stinking feet, isn't it? So, practice. Be aware. I'm not saying practice, be aware. When you are aware, automatically the activity will begin. How to keep yourself clean. Every day, wear fresh clothes, take bath twice a day. Read Sadachar or go to my website in that, on the video the Sadachar is there. The first 10 verses or 12 verses are about how to live your day. How to take bath, how to clean yourself. Sadachar is about talking about the Sat Vastu. But first, from the world, it has gone slowly inside. So, Shauchabhyam, Yamena Niyamena cha. Yama Niyama I have already told you. Yam is how you interact with the world and Niyam is how you interact with yourself. And how do you do it? Without disturbance. Deha vag buddhijam dhiraha dharmajna shraddhayanvitaha. This is a few who deha vag buddhijam dhiraha. Dhira, wise people. And who are these people? These wise people, they are very rare and they are devoted by their body, by their speech, that means by hands, by speech and by their mind or intellect toward bhaktya. No, what is that? Dhira dharmajna shraddhayanvitaha. And kshipantyagam mahadapi venu gulmi vanalaha. So these people, a rare species to be seen in this creation, they have the out of devotion, out of faith, they have committed their actions at the level of body, mind and body, speech and mind to the Lord Vasudeva, and as a result of that, the entire lock, stock, barrel of their sins get destroyed. Kechit kevalaya bhaktya vasudeva parayanaha agham dhunvanti karsneyena niharamiva bhaskaraha. So, and how they have destroyed their entire bank balance of sin, just like the moment sun comes up, the fog that is lingering in the air, it gets destroyed, and it gets destroyed completely. Same way, when we invoke Lord Vasudeva with devotion, He destroys all our sins in toto. And then Natatha yaghavan rajan uye tapa adibhi yatha krishnarpita pranaha tat purusha nishevaya. Indeed, a sinner, O king, is not purified so well through asceticism and other exercise processes as the one who has dedicated his life through actions, through speech and through his mind at the feet of Lord Shri Krishna. And how does he do it? First level, at the body level, by service to the devotees of the Lord. And then then he says, for in this world, this path of devotion is the best of all in that it is full of bliss, because it has no fear from any quarter and devoted to Bhagavan Narayana. All sorts of atonements done fail to purify in a thorough way, O King of Kings, him who has turned his face away from Bhagavan Narayana. In every other path, what is the basis of purification? Tyagena, yama, niyama, paranayam, pratyahar, dharana, dhyan. Dharana dhyan to baad mein aata hai. Then satya, shaucha, tyaga, dama, shama, brahmacharyena, tapasa. What is one thing that is common in all these? No. What is that?
Is it more religion?
No. We are talking from seeking point of view, where religion is coming in between.
One has to be watchful, vigilant, with all integrated mind and intellect. Only they can be practicing those things.
Ego.
Hmm?
Is it ego?
Ego is common in all these things. In all these things, that practices we told, I have to do tapas, I have to practice brahmacharya, I have to speak the truth, I have to become hygienic, I have to practice control of mind, I have to practice control of senses, I have to practice pranayam, I have to practice pratyahar, I have to practice yama niyam, isn't it? I. This is the disease. And that is why for one moment, as long as I was able to exert the energy and force to atone, it did, and afterwards it again happens. And this happened in my life. I did pranayam and all the bad habits that I had, they went away. But the moment I stopped, they came back. Then I said, what to do? How do I remove this? I didn't have any scriptures, I didn't have a teacher at that time. And then one day I got so frustrated, I used to pray to the Lord, Lord, please tell me how. Because 2 times I have practiced, I have tried, and every time I do the practice, it's still the hard way. I cannot live rest 40, 60, 70 years or whatever your life you have given me, doing pranayam all the time. I'll get exhausted. What am I? A balloon? Even if you take a balloon and tie it up and leave it, still it starts losing the air, isn't it? So how do I do it? And one day by His grace, He said, take my name. And I started. And I stopped the pranayam, I stopped the yoga, everything I stopped. And again, in 2 months' time, all the habits left me. But this time, they left me permanently. Till now, they have not come back. Because it was His grace. It was not my doing. I was surrendering to Him and He was taking care of yoga kshema vahamyaham. He was taking care of my needs. What will bring me closer to Him? His problem is that. So, here, so the best atonement is remembering the name of the Lord or the Lord Narayana. Nothing else is more purificatory than that. They who have but once in their life fixed on the lotus feet of Lord Shri Krishna, their mind that has conceived an attachment for His excellences, never behold even a dream Yama, the god of retribution, and his servants carrying a noose in their hands, since they have actually done all atonement. Sakrun mana Krishna padara vindayo niveshitam tad gunaragiyairiha nate yamam pasha bhrutascha tad bhatan swapnepi pashyanti chirna nishkrutaha. This is what that those who have fixed their even once if they have fixed their mind on the Lord Narayana, that one name is enough to remove the entire bank balance of your sins. And as long as this body is there, every day you will commit mistakes, knowingly or unknowingly. So set out some time every day, in the morning and in the evening. Like everyone is doing nowadays Ram Japam. Now tomorrow Ram Tarak Homa is there. Na? So many people have taken that sankalpa. Every morning, evening will chant Ram Nam. And tomorrow at Sai Temple the Havan is there. So come, everyone. But just now, 3 months I have been chanting morning, evening. Thank God, last day now. This feeling should not be there. It should continue. Make just like you do not forget to take your breakfast, you do not forget to take your bath, you do not forget to brush your teeth, you must not forget to do your japa every morning, you must not forget to do your japa every evening. Make it a commitment. Even if it is at 1 o'clock at night and you are tired and you have to go to sleep, go there. Teach the mind. You have to finish whatever you have decided. You must do the japa and go to sleep. But that japa, some people say it should not be mechanical. I also have said, but it does not matter. Whether Lord's name is all powerful. Whether it is done mechanically or it is done with devotion. Name is more powerful than the Lord. Take the name. Why? That means you say, now, why the name is more powerful? Why it should not, why even without having devotion towards the Lord, how can it still help? Is it possible? Should it be mechanical or it should be with devotion? To illustrate this point, a story begins. Why? So that we have we understand that Lord is always trying a way to bring you to Himself. Continuously He is on the lookout. Ab kya karu? How should I put into, what can I do? Atra chodaharanti mam itihasam puratanam dutanam vishnuyamayoho samvadastam nibodhame. It says there are the learned people talk about an old legend to illustrate this point, and it is a messenger, it is a conversation. Dutanam Vishnu Yamayoho Samvadastam Nibodhame. So it is a interaction, it is a conversation between the Vishnu Dutas and the Yamadutas. And hear it from me. Samvadastam Nibodhame Kanya Kubje Dvija Kashchida Dasipati Ajamilaha Namna Nashta Sadacharo Dasya Sansarga Dushitaha Bandyakshakaitavaish Choyaihi Gahitam Vrittimastitaha Vibhrat Kutumbamasuchihi Yatayamasa Dehinaha Evam Nivasatastasya Lalayanasya Tatsutan Kalotyagan Mahan Rajan Ashtashitayushas Samaha Tasya Pravayasa Putra Dashatesham tu Yovamaha Balo Narayano Namna Pitroscha Daito Brusham Sabadha Hridayastasmin Arbhake Kalabhashini Nirikshamanastallilam Mumude Jataro Brusham Bhunjana Prapiban Khadan Balakasnehayantritaha Bhojayan Payayan Mudho Navedagatamantakam. In the Kanya Kubja Dvija Kashchid, in the city of Kanya Kubja, it is the present city is called as Kannauj. There used to live a Brahman. His name was Ajamila. He was well versed in scriptures. He knew the Vedas. He knew the do's and don'ts. He knew everything of what a Brahmin should know, and he had kept, in spite of being that, he had kept a maid servant of a lower class in his house and used to enjoy her, had got married to her and had many kids with her, and to maintain this woman from the lower class without any culture, without any sanskaras, and therefore in our culture the husband and wife should be from the same, what? If you are blue collar, let the husband and wife both be blue collar workers. If one is a thinker and other is a worker, there will be continuously fight at home. If a Brahmin marries a Vaishya, then wife will be thinking only about money and Brahman is thinking only about creativity. Continuous fight. So, when you marry a person of the same caste, and caste we have explained before, they are not just to segregate, it is how you are made up. How you are made up. Everyone is either intellectual or dynamic or a worker or a lazy person. So find out which one you are and look at a monkey who is also similar and get married. Otherwise, problem. You are lazy and that other fellow, I know one family here, they are old now, but the old man, he is like a workaholic. You keep the glass there and if you are drinking water, you keep the glass and just turn around into the fridge. By the time you turn, it has been washed and kept away. खटाक से गायब हो जाता है. She brings her shawl from inside and she comes and she has to, now she's going out. He's not going out, he's in the home. She has to go out. She brought the shawl and she brought her socks and she left it there. Arey, and she has probably gone to take shower or she has gone to dress. He looks, अरे ये कहाँ से आया? उठा के वापस कबड़ में. And she comes and screams, where? I just brought it. Where did you keep it? It's fun in their house. Hyper activity, but obsessive cleaner. Can't see anything out of its place. The page has to be like this place has to be like this, the glass has to be in its place. Too much. Because I don't know how they have lived 50 years now together. Becomes difficult. So, here, this fellow, Ajamil, he got married and started living with a Shudra woman from a low caste. Low caste meaning Shudra is those who are good for nothing. They don't have any ambition in life. They don't have any drive within themselves. They don't have any inspiration in themselves. They don't have any sanskaras in them. They don't have any principles, morals, nothing. Such a woman he got married to, and he cast to the winds all the pious, everything that he had studied, his righteous way of life, his dharmic way of life. For the lust of this woman, he threw away all his sanskaras and started making a living by robbery, gambling, cheating, theft, maintaining his family. This fellow even did not feel shy to put to death the passers-by in the jungle and bring their meat into the house. Became a cannibal in order to sustain the large family that he had from this Shudra woman. And as he thus was living his life, and out of all his children, while eating, he will feed his children, and this way he was so besotted with his children that me, my wife, and my children, and that's it. And he will do anything to maintain them, even though so well versed in the scriptures, never once put his attention or had fear that there is someone higher there. And yet, why? Lust. Lust is very powerful. And this fellow had 10 sons from this woman, and as the years were going on, he named the youngest one as Narayana. And this Narayana, and on this youngest one, cutie pie, soft, all others are grown up, and his heart and mind were into this small child, and everything, Narayana, 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 everything he was doing, and he did not. Why he was so involved in this child? Thinking that this is the purpose of life. And what is the purpose of life for him? To take care of the children. And therefore, my baby, my child. My child, my baby. Have you gone to school? Have you studied? Have you done your puja? Have you done your mantras? Have you done this? Have you done that? Have you done that? Nahi kiya. Kata. Chal raha hai. Going on. His whole life is as if stuck in that child. He does not understand what tomorrow can bring. And what can tomorrow bring? Death. Oh man, be afraid. Be prepared for the oncoming death. You don't know when you are going to die. Are you going to die tomorrow? Are you going to die next minute sitting here as I was telling before? What guarantee do you have that you are going to live tomorrow? Just a hope, isn't it? So instead of preparing for death, this fellow has got his heart and mind stuck in that small baby. Continuously, can't live without him. There was one man, and Swamiji took he took 1 year leave, and he said no lectures this year. And what he did, this fellow was also there. He said, Swamiji, what are you going to do? He says, I am going to travel everywhere in India. Go to all ashrams, this, that, everything. He says, can I also come? He says, yes, you can come if you take a car and you drive the car. He said, okay. For 1 year they traveled together all over India. From ashram to ashram to ashram to ashram to ashram. And he says, Swamiji, I can't believe what a wonderful life. I have not seen TV for 1 year. I have washed my clothes every day. I have taken bath in the rivers every day. I have lived in the ashrams every day. Wonderful I am feeling. And in the middle of this 1 year, when they were passing again through Bombay, he said, Swamiji, can I bring my son and my daughter-in-law to you? He said, yes. Please bless them. And he blessed them. They had a son. After the tour was over, by the time they came back, the baby was born. Swamiji, you have to name him. Swamiji said, Krishna. They kept the name. That fellow, from that day onwards, forgot Swamiji and stuck with Krishna. And then, in 2-3 months' time, the parents came, his son and his daughter-in-law. Swamiji, it was so nice when he was with you. He has made our life miserable. I am the mother, I am the father, and we have got no right over that child. I know when I have to feed the baby, I know when I have to change the nappy, but whole day he is sitting there with the baby, not even allowing us to hold the baby. And saying, hey, even if he has not done anything, just check if the nappy is not wet, just check if he thoda sa, I think he is hungry. Mother knows better. So, Swamiji said, you find a job somewhere in some other city and say the company has transferred me and go. And when Swamiji says something, things happen. So, he said, okay. He applied for transfer. And he went. Now he said, Dad, you stay here and you only come sometimes because the flat is small and we are just having 2 bedrooms and that's it. He had to do something. Otherwise their life was becoming miserable. After spending 1 year with Swamiji, traveling to all ashrams, having satsang with all Mahatmas and enjoying his retired life in that manner. And yet, the moment that child was born, stuck. When is prepare for death, don't prepare for your children. The children have come with their own prarabdha, with their own destiny. Whether you are there or not there, they will do what has to be done. Because their life is already programmed. You can't change that. Instead, prepare yourself what you need to do. You have come here, human being, for only one purpose. This getting married and having children is by the way on the side. That is not the main purpose. The main purpose is only through human birth you can attain moksha. That is why you are here. So don't forget that purpose. Does that mean we don't take care of what the... Yes, take care, tell them what has to be done, but don't get overly involved. Trust that Lord is taking care of them. Remember, I do tapasya, I practice brahmacharya, I do shama, I do dhamma, I practice control of mind, I practice control of senses, I do this, I do that, and in the end, the moment I stops doing it, the problem continues to remain, isn't it? So I have to take care of my children. Why make the life difficult for yourself? He is doing nothing up there. Let him also do something. He is waiting. But everyone is busy. He says, Acha, I got an extended holiday. But the moment you start remembering him, then he says, Acha, yoga kshema vahamyam. He takes care of them. But you have to allow him. So here, this fellow, he was so, old man now, and enjoying the baby walking, the baby eating, the baby speaking in the lilting, totle ko kya bolte hain? Like a baby talk, like the baby talk, and enjoying from far away. Oh, my young baby, oh. That time, while he was doing chuku chuku and enjoying this young kid roaming around, suddenly, sa evam vartamanogno mrityukala upasthite matim chakara tanaye bhale narayana vaye. While he was looking, enjoying the sport of his child, calling, Aditya Raja, yeah, dekho how cute, and suddenly the Mrityu Kal came. Death came, I'll tell. The death came, and the moment death came, the fear, how does death come? Breath palpitates, you have difficulty, and at that moment he got the vision of the Yamadutas coming on the black buffalo, and the buffalo is snorting away, and it's coming, and he got scared, and in that fear, Narayana, Narayana, he called her 3 times. Narayana, Narayana, Narayana. Why? His mind was stuck in his youngest child. So he was calling his child, because that fellow was the most that he was attached to, not to the Lord, to him. So the moment he took the name of Narayana, and this Narayana, he was busy in Vaikuntha, and he heard Narayana, Narayana. अरे कौन बुला रहा है? इसने तो कुछ कभी मेरा नाम प्यार से लिया ही नहीं है. He never took my name with love or devotion. Lakshmi ji is saying, he never took your name with love. So Narayana says, yeah, he is ignorant, but he called me, and my name is, he called Narayana. He doesn't know who Narayana is, but I know who Narayana is. I am Narayana, and I know what I can and what I can't do, and what my job description is. He has called, even by default, by mistake. But I know what my job is. How can I say and judge that he has not taken it out of devotion or with devotion? And therefore I am not going to go. And if I don't go, then the word Narayana no one will take. Even out of mistake. So immediately the Vishnu Dutas were sent. And the moment they came, Sapashahastam strin drushtva Purushan Brushadarunan Vakratundhanurdhvaromna Atmanam Netumagatan. And then, beholding 3 most terrible male figures with crooked faces, hair standing on, the Shiv Ganas or the Yamraj ke Gana jo hote hain, they are very, very ugly looking and ferocious. Almost like, Death Eaters in... have you seen Death Eaters? In Harry Potter, you have seen Harry Potter? You have not seen Harry Potter? You have seen? Have you seen the Death Eaters? You didn't see? Oh, you closed your eyes that time. You have not seen all of them. Okay. So they are very yuck. By looking at them, you will feel afraid. So 3 of them were coming with a noose in hand, and they said, "Arey, this fellow is there," and they have caught him. The noose is around his neck, and they are ready to. With that noose, what do they pull? They don't pull the gross body. They tear away. See, in that picture, that was very. Have you seen Harry Potter? So whenever the Death Eaters come, when they come close, they suck the soul out. And you are screaming away, "I don't want to die, I don't want to go, they will take me to the hell and they will put me there. No, I don't want to go." And you are screaming away. But they are not sending their hands or thing. They just pull the soul out. And that's what these 3 Yamadutas also do. And they are pulling the soul out. And at that time he called out the name of his son. And hearing the loud utterance of Sri Hari, blessed name by the dying man Ajamila, who was calling unconsciously the name of the master Bhagavan Narayana, "O great king," his attendants rushed to the spot there all of a sudden. So in Bhagavatam, what incident I told you, Lakshmi told him, that is not there. But if you go to Vrindavan, some masters tell that Narad ji or Lakshmi ji, they said, "Arey Bhagwan, usne to itna paap kiya, why you want to go to him?" He says, "He may have called my name in ignorance, but am I ignorant whom he has called? I am not ignorant, so I must go, I must live up to my name. That anyone who calls, I must go and absolve him, take care of him." The messengers of Lord Vishnu stopped by force the servants of Yama that were at that moment pulling the soul out of Ajamila, who had kept a maid servant from inside his heart. So, the soul was attached to the Shudra woman, the maid servant with whom he has 10 kids. That soul who does not remember the Lord, that soul they are pulling out away from all the attachments. See, those people who are attached, their death is also very miserable, Towards the end of their life, they become so senile, they become so agitated, they become so disturbed. They become so angry towards the later stage of life. And yet you have come across people who in their old age are a statue of serenity, statue of wisdom. They are just doing their own things. There is a unreal calmness on their face, isn't it? You must have all come across. You go to nursing homes here, join Satya Sai group, they'll take you to do seva at the nursing homes. To do what? To give hugs to these people. You will see what each one is going through. So when the moment this thing happened, Vikarshatontara hridayad hridayat Asipati majamilam yam preshyan Vishnu Duta Varayamasurojasa. The moment the Vishnu Dutas came, immediately they were able to free the soul of Ajamil from the noose of the Yamadutas. Immediately. Varayamasurojasa. And why they were able to? Because where Vishnu Dutas are, there is effulgent light, because they are of the nature of Vishnu himself. And the Yamadutas, they are dark. And where light is, darkness cannot exist. So they ask. The messengers of Lord Vishnu stopped by force the servants of Yama that were tearing the soul out, and thus the servants of Yama said to them, what did they say?
Kasyava.
Uchur. Eh?
Kasyava kuta.
Where? Which verse?
33. Sorry, 23.
Uchur nishedhitanstanste
Vai
vaivasvata purassara keyuyam pratishedharo dharmarajasya shasanam. Keyuyam pratishedharo dharmarajasya shasanam. Don't you know this is the rule of the Dharmaraj, Yamaraj? Dharmaraj is the Yamaraj. He is the lord of death, whose son was Yudhishthir in Mahabharata. And that every person who dies has to be taken and given, he has to atone for the sins that he has committed. Who are you to interfere with the authority of the Lord of death? The Yamadutas said, whose representatives are you, or whence have you come, and wherefore do you forbid his being taken away by us? Kasya va kuta ayataha kasmadasya nishedhatha kim deva upadeva va yuyam kim siddha sattamaha. Where, why, how? They are asking. Where have you come from? Who are you to stop us? Who are you called? Which gods are you? And in this way, why are you stopping us to take this fellow? Are you some god or demigod, or are you some siddhas who have attained higher realms? But who are you to stop us? With eyes, and then they continue. Sarve padmapala shakshaha pita kausheya vasasaha kiritinam kundalino lasat pushkaramalinaha. They say that you are having your eyes like the petals of lotus. You are clad in you are wearing the yellow dhoti, and you are having the mukut, what you call the crown, and you are having the earrings, the crocodile earrings, and a mala of lotuses. And who are you this? And besides, you are all in the bloom of youth and possessed of 4 lovely arms and graced with a Padma Chakra. No, they have got bow, quiver, sword, mace, conch, discus, and lotus. All these things they have. Driving away the darkness of the quarters and light by your splendor. What for do you stop us, the servants of Yama? Why are you stopping us to do our job? Why are you hindering the Yamraja's job? At that moment, Sri Shukdevji Maharaj says, Ityukte yamadutaistaihi vasudevoktakarinaha tan pratyuchu prahasyedam megha niryadaya gira. And in response to those messengers of Yamaraj, the Lord, the Vishnu Dutas, they laughed and addressed and said in a deep rumbling voice to the Yamadutas, Vishnu Duta, Uchuhu, Yuyam Vaidharmarajasya Yadi Nirdeshakarinaha Bruta Dharmasya Nastatvam Yascha Dharmasya Lakshanam Katham Svidghriyate Dandaha Kim Vasya Sthanamipsitam Dandya Kim Karinas Sarve Ahostvikati Chindrunam. They say here, so they ask, do you know what is Dharma Lakshana? Do you know what is Tattva Lakshana? Yuyam vai Dharma Raja say, you are coming from the Dharma Raj, who is the embodiment of righteousness, who is the embodiment of Dharma, which he mets out to all other souls. Yadi Nirdesha Karina, tell me, Bruta Dharmasya Nastatvam Yashta Dharmasya Lakshanam. What is the Lakshana of Dharma, and what is the essence of Dharma? Tell me. Tattvam, essence. How is punishment meted out, and who is intended to be its object? Are all the doers subject to punishment or only some doers of the human species? This is the 39th verse. So they asked, what is the true character, what is the true essence of dharma? Dharma, if you open Sanskrit dictionary, there is no one definition of dharma. 4, 5, 10 pages you can keep, and at the end it will say continued. There is no
It's
fixed.
a reference to a context.
It is always reference to context. What is dharma for you?
Not sure. That is the problem. That is why I am here.
Wherever you are, you must be clear what your dharma is. Hanumanji was asked, what is your dharma? See, you have got Hanuman name, but you forget and yet remain in confusion. Hanumanji was asked, what is your dharma? So Hanumanji said, when I think of my body, my dharma is to serve the Lord. When I consider myself to be what? When I consider myself to be the soul, the dharma of the soul is to merge into the Lord, who is the source. And when I consider myself to be the Atma, the dharma of the Atma is that me and the self is one without a second. That the Atma in you and Atma in me is one and the same. So must be very clear. As a husband, your dharma is different. As a father, dharma is different. As a citizen, dharma is different. As a seeker, dharma is different. Be very clear. Never remain in that I don't know. Then who will come? Then Yamaraj will come. If you say I don't know. If you are clear about your dharma, then you know what you need, what needs to be done. And if you yes, you may say it is relative based upon where you are. So at a very gross level, at a body level, dharma is to do the duty and take care of the family and keep it healthy. But as you go deeper and deeper within and you define yourself, your understanding about who you are changes, then your dharma lakshana also changes. So the Vishnu Dutas are asking, tell us, you are talking from your hat, you are asking us who we are. You tell us, if you are representatives of the Dharmaraj, Yamaraj, tell us what is the essence of Dharma. Now Yamadutas don't know what is the essence of Dharma. Yamaraj knows. That's why Nachiketa went to him and got the knowledge. Yamaduta Uchuhu. Should we continue here?
We'll do some bhajans.
We'll do bhajans. This topic is again a different one and we can look at it next time. In short, before you go, I don't want to leave you in thinking what is dharma. What is the essence of dharma? Think, tell me, let's discuss.
Ultimate dharma is real.
What do you mean by dharma? Essence. What is essence? What is essence of sun?
Light. Heat.
Heat and light. What is essence of water?
Flow.
Coolness and liquidity. Flow nahi. Flow is because of wind. Water is coolness and liquidity.
Okay.
What is essence of air?
It is a sound.
Sound is its characteristic. What is its essence? Without which air is not dharma. You can
Motion,
also explain
movement.
what is that if taken out, a thing is not a thing. If you take out heat and light from the sun, sun cannot be sun, isn't it? If you take out coolness and liquidity, water cannot be water. What is that? If taken out of you, you are not you.
Conscious.
Huh?
Conscious principle.
A scientist will say brain,
Uh-huh.
you say life, another one says heart, someone says soul, but the soul continues to live. What is the essence of soul also?
Brahma.
What is the essence of Dharmaraj himself? What is the essence?
Narayan.
Narayanam. Lord Narayana. Ishvara is the essence. Don't forget that. That essence of everything is Narayana. Om Namo Narayana. And this is, and when Narayana's Dutas are coming, the Yamadutas rule over that territory, they have to give up. Why? The Dutas of the essence are coming now. And therefore they have got, Yamadutas have no power. And they were confused. So they went to Ramaraj. Ramaraj said, "Hey, hope you did not say anything wrong to them because he is my boss." Because all the bosses, you see, people in different organizations, they believe that their teacher is the ultimate, isn't it? But they forget there is a God principle there, because of whom everyone else is. We'll talk about that again next week. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.